reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Yay, technology broke again today. Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
Make sure you mute the webpage.
I did.
We were supposed to have a theme song there.
Yeah.
We don't think we did.
We didn't. For some reason, it just decided, because it's like I hit volume mixer, and then I don't know.
We will probably have it, though, for...
Spotify and all, and our personal server and all
the downloads.
Yeah.
It's technology. It's flaky at times. I just did an inspection for work the other day and had to sit there for like a solid 3 minutes trying to get to focus on something that was less than a foot away from me.
Focus.
Focus. Okay, can I take the photo yet? You know. But today,
throw the phone
today for coffee, we took a trip.
We did take a trip.
We went to Dutch Bros.
And hold on me.
They are slowly taking over Las Vegas. They're
building a new one right over here off of Fort Apache. Then they're building one off of Rainbow.
They just finished like two over near like the eastern side of town.
They want to push Starbucks over, and this is the way they're doing it. So
to be fair, I still like Starbucks too. So I
do too, but they don't have these nice flavored teas.
Well, you're really excited about yours, so I want you to talk about yours first.
Mine is a aquaberry green tea, which I believe it was, don't tell me, strawberry, kiwi, blue raspberry, and a drizzle of pomegranate?
You know, I won't tell you because I don't know.
I'll leave it at that. Hold on, let me switch this up so I don't go...
Don't tell me. I can't tell you what I don't know.
Yeah, see, the camera's fine.
Oh, the camera's fine. Yeah, that's great.
Fine. I mean, adds on 5 pounds as usual, but...
I just realized my mustache is really causing focus on my front teeth. So yeah, while you're looking that up, I'll start talking about mine.
Okay.
So I always get a caramelizer, which I've already had on this episode. Not on this episode, but on the show. So what I did was I had asked the guy, I was like, I normally get a caramelizer. Give me something similar. So he told me Dutch Canyon. And then he asked me hot, iced, or blended. And I said, what's best for it? And he told me, have you ever tried our white coffee? I said, no. And he goes, oh, I got you. And he got like super excited.
He went from like a 4 being like, hey, how you guys doing, to a, oh, I got you, homie.
Yeah. Hey, Liquid Ginger. So tonight's is it's a Dutch Canyon white coffee, and it tastes like a melted fudgecicle.
It tastes like a fudge.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And you're right, strawberry, kiwi, blue raspberry.
But I thought it was pomegranate. It's watermelon.
Oh, watermelon.
And I can taste the watermelon now.
You highlighted it, so my brain immediately went, that is different. That's not a recipe monk. Like, my brain just did not read watermelon.
Yeah. But, holy cow. It is probably one of the best teas I've ever had in my entire life.
You okay?
Every time you go for a straw, it's funny.
She did post that image of me at Disneyland with the Spider-Man ears and
yeah,
trying to find a straw.
She did. But aquaberry is probably going to be my go-to until further notice. If we ever decide to just randomly go to Dutch Bros one day, and
you did just have a drive-through coffee place shut down by you. Dutch Bros could buy that, renovate it, and make a Dutch Bros by your house.
They could,
and that would be walking distance.
That would be good walking distance.
Let's get into the movies.
The Omen was the first one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, because I was making fun of the poster for the second one when I was delirious and tired. So the first one,
aren't you delirious and tired?
So the first movie was The Omen from 1976.
Yep.
It doesn't look like it's from 76. It actually looks really crisp, clear. It could have been just the way we were watching it, but it looks really good.
I do believe it says music by Jerry Goldsmith. I do believe this is the one he finally won an Oscar for. And this was the year he wasn't going to go because he was tired of losing. Goon, don't worry. It's alright to be a little late.
And thank you for the subscribe.
And thank you, yes. So yeah, I think this is the one he finally won the Oscar for. But what I want to talk about real quick before we get into the movie. Directed by Richard Donner of Superman fame.
Yes.
This is...
the man who turned back the world.
Literally. So this is right before Superman, I do believe. I think Superman's his next project after this. But he said he wanted to make a horror movie that was actually scary because of it being set in the real world with real concerns and stuff like that. And so that's why it's like no mystical creature or anything like that going on. Well, I mean, to some, you could argue that the devil's mystical, but we're not going to get into that discussion. It made $60.9 million in the box office, and I think it had a small budget of like I think it was like a $10 million budget.
Hang on, I will let you know.
Maybe less than that.
Padding, because we don't know where it is.
Oh shit! I was $2 million. I was way off.
Holy crap!
Okay, so yeah, this movie printed money.
Yeah.
We'll jump into the ratings now, and tell me what you think of it.
The ratings were pretty fair and middling. 7.5 on IMDb, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, at 4 out of 5 on Empire, and 86 from the Google users.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably stick it about the 86 with the Google users. And Rotten Tomatoes. It feels like a really good movie. It's very well paced.
For a movie that has so many parts where nothing's happening, I think the pacing works really well.
Yeah, and even when there wasn't really much happening, it was mostly the father just trying to come to the conclusion that there's something going on, but I don't want to think it's my son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you would never want to think it's your son. And then when he finally gets down to the lineage of, that's not your son. That is not your beautiful car. That is not your beautiful wife. When the days go by. And then it begins to he acknowledges it, and he's like, that's why he was weird. That's actually what that's based off of. Goon in the chat says reminds me of that Lucifer game, and that game is called was it
no,
Lucian?
it's not,
Lucian.
Is it Lucian?
Let's find out.
But yeah, it's based off The Omen. The Omen is what directly inspired that game. Is that it? Lucius. Okay.
Yeah, it bases him.
Now, spoilers for the end of the movie. You get the final scene with the kid standing there, and he looks back at the camera. He's staring at the camera. He's kind of got a serious look on his face. And Richard Donner is sitting behind the camera, pointing at him, going, "Don't you smile? Don't do it. Don't you smile? Do not smile." And then the kid just, ding.
But it looks so good.
Yeah.
But I did really like this movie. It's probably one of the better out of the two we watched that night, as far as, you know,
the Devil's Night theme.
Yeah, as far as what could be considered, you know, overall horror. While the second one had a little bit of better acting out of a few people.
Yeah. Before we move on to the second one, though, I'm going to put this probably in the mid 80s as well. And I've seen the remake, and I say the remake is pretty spot on to this one.
Okay.
The things it changes, it doesn't change the story. It changes death scenes just to catch you off guard because they know you've seen the original. And they want to kill people in the same way, but they want to do it slightly different so that you're not expecting it. And it's done very well. Hey, Socks.
Hello.
But if anyone wants to watch it, currently on Hulu.
Yeah. So. Is that how we watched it? Oh, no, you have the...
No, I don't have this one.
Oh.
If it wasn't on Hulu, it was on Stars. We watched it on one of the streaming services. I don't actually have the physical copy for
the other one we watched on Amazon Prime Video?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. And speaking of the other one that we watched, it was The Exorcist 3, and we were making fun of the poster just because it was... It's wild, man.
I mean, it shows you a very large chunk of the movie.
It does, but it's just that. And then it kind of spoiled this, but I didn't acknowledge what it was until the very end, or until it happened.
Me and Lauren were a little bummed the scene didn't make you jump.
No.
This scene is famous for making people jump. So, but yeah, the poster does spoil that. I've never really paid attention to the fact that the poster spoils that. What I also love is the poster's got that church right there that we see once in the entire movie.
Yeah. But it was a very good, well-paced movie. It was very entertaining. A few scenes were very drag the heels, but it kind of sets up for other things.
I think maybe that's because you, in this case, have gone from... I think my keyboard... Oh, okay. I think in this case, it's because you've gone from... You're taking a guy that's written books this whole time, and he's now writing a movie. Books don't have the same pacing as a movie. Yeah, so I think he's trying. Yeah, I think he was trying to find the pacing and was having issues.
But any scene with, oh god, I do not know his name, but this actor here,
Brad Dourif.
Thank you. Holy crap.
Mhm.
By the way, I'm keeping my notifications on my phone. Had a little bit of a family emergency not too long ago. So if you hear it, I apologize. Just trying to keep everyone in the loop. But every scene that he was in, fucking stellar.
And anyone that's like, Brad Dourif, I know that name. The main thing that you would know him as is he's the voice of Chucky.
Yeah.
And everything except the remake where it was Mark Hamill, but he's the voice of Chucky, and he's actually the voice of Chucky in the new sci-fi show that we're getting.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he still comes back. He's still coming back for it.
And
And fun fact, his daughter is in the 2 most recent Chucky movies.
nice.
She's all grown up, and she's like a main like person dealing with Chucky.
I guess, I mean, hey, if the family works together in that kind of situation, I mean, I don't see why not.
And I think him and Mancini are really good friends and stuff like that too. So.
Before I answer that question in chat, I'm going to first go over this movie.
Yeah, we'll finish going over the movie, then we'll talk to you about that.
A little up and down. 6.4 out of 10 from IMDb, 59% from Rotten Tomatoes, which I'm going to click into and see what the users think about that one. 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and 87 from Google users. I would probably throw this at about maybe 80 firm, and that's being kind of generous to it, because as I said, I enjoyed the pacing of it. It kept me gripped, you know.
It did something that I think is a big thing for me with horror movies, is they gave me a character I liked just to kill that character off.
That's interesting.
Like, it's always an interesting thing in horror movies, because a lot of times horror movies makes the shitty guy so that you're rooting for him to die. They want you on the side of the killer rooting for him to die.
Yes.
But this is not that kind of movie. This kind of movie wants you to root for the bad guy to lose. Like, you don't want the bad guy to win, because the bad guy in this case is the devil and demons and stuff like that. So instead, they created a character you enjoyed and killed him off.
Yeah, you're right. And then he's basically like, you know, peel it away, and then you get the layers of him going, I had to take over someone. It was this guy. And I want you to keep telling people of my name.
Yeah, the Gemini killer.
Yeah, I need ignore those last 3 little bits. He's basically picking up the chat while we're here. Okay. Did we ever watch Us is one of the main things that was being asked. I saw bits and pieces. I never...
I know the whole premise. My brother saw it, and I like to play this game where people go and watch horror movies that I haven't seen, and then I quickly give them my 3 or 4 possibilities, sometimes less, and they tell me how close I am. He said I got everything right except like the very end of the movie. My guesses. Gotcha. It'll be something I eventually watch. It'll be something I eventually watch, but I do like Jordan Peele.
Yes,
I do like Jordan Peele. My issue is I get why people liked Get Out, but there's certain parts in the writing in Get Out where I'm like, man, really? And not to spoil anything, but I'll just leave it at the going back to her part where I was like, fuck that. Us, I think I will probably like more. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I also really want to watch his Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah.
So.
I just brought up the ratings for that, and it's all over the place. But I mean, I wouldn't mind watching the full thing, maybe taking a quick glimpse. But back over to Exorcist 3.
So 59, 56. I bet
that's very strange that, you know, like 41 people is the critics number.
Versus 34,000.
I'm like, that's interesting. And then 34,000 say this is 56. I guess people think that this one's like the weaker of the 3. Because you said part 2 is really good.
No. Part 2 is shit.
Oh, part 2 is shit.
Yeah, part 2 is the one where everyone chooses to ignore the movie. Part 1, the first section of the movie is considered great. Now,
your mother sucks cocks in hell.
My problem with Exorcist movies is The Exorcism is great, and then every Exorcist movie after that tried to be The Exorcism. It repeats the same tropes, and it's very boring.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. 15 and 13% for The Exorcist 2. So for it to actually use the title Exorcist 3 and still pull 50s, almost 60s. The big problem that movie does suffer from is the reality is it shouldn't have really been sold so much as an Exorcist movie. They should have done what we're seeing nowadays, where we get these movies where we don't know they're connected until one moment in it. Prometheus, Split, where we didn't know Split was connected to Untouchable at the time. We didn't know Prometheus was an alien movie at the time. I think The Exorcist 3 could have done that. They could have very much had just done the whole movie, and you don't realize it's connected to The Exorcist until he's like changing the body shape.
Yeah.
Why are we looking at Akira?
Oh, I was just looking at what was in theaters, and Akira was top box office. I'm like, why are you up here?
Oh, they did a re-release on it to try to make money back at the theaters.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But all of our Regals are closed, so you got to try to find somewhere to watch it.
I already own the DVD.
I was gonna say I think the Orleans is doing movies still.
Yeah, I got the DVD. I'm cool with it.
But so I think the rating on The Exorcist 3 is a little unfair. I'm probably gonna put it probably in the 70s to 80s.
Really?
And the main reason why I would put it in the 70s over the 80s would be the need to hide all the kills from us. We don't actually see any of the kills.
We get very little blood.
Yeah.
I think
we get a lot of blood in the sense that we see the jars full of blood and stuff like that.
Yeah, we see the jars full of blood. We see, but usually it's the tarp that covers the people. That's it. And then
we had the blood running out of the confessional.
We had that one, and then the priest with his
that was all last minute shit the studio wanted.
Really?
Yeah, because the studio realized the movie was called Exorcist 3, and there was not an exorcism in it.
Oh, that's why they
so
had
that
it
was
then.
all shoehorned in at the end, with an actor who is notoriously known for being very difficult to work with.
He seemed like he had a little bit of a.
The only other thing I can think of him from right now, off the top of my head, is the Buffy the Vampire movie, not the show, the movie that spawned the show.
I've only seen 2 episodes of Buffy, so I don't know nothing
Buffy's
on
good.
nothing. I mean, I was entertained for the 2 episodes I can remember.
Strong female lead,
Yeah.
So I don't remember. Did you get this one a rating yet?
I said about low 8, and that's being fair.
Okay. Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, low 80s. I'm feeling it. It's just the pacing could have been a little bit quicker. Like some of the scenes could have been kind of nudged in a better direction, you know? The scenes with him were
Brad.
were stellar. That's the only reason probably why I gave it such a high number.
The other thing that I found really interesting is so Brad Dourif is in this, and you've got the whole scene where the cop's hitting him, and he's in the mental ward, and the cop's hitting him, and then the nurse freaks out about the fact that he's beating up the guy. She's like, "Oh, his fucking nose is broken," or something like that. The funny thing is the other movie people might know Brad Dourif from is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is a movie about a nurse that doesn't give a crap about her patients, and he's in a mental ward. He's a really young guy.
I need to rewatch that movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah, he's the young guy, the one that when they had the big party, sleeps with the prostitute.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's Brad.
Now, let's go see what
You want to see what number 1 is on Rotten Tomatoes horror countdown?
from their top 200.
Which one I bet it's gonna be either a classic or something that's crap. I'm voting either classic or crap, like Hereditary.
Well, I need one of the two. Give me one of the two. What do you think?
I'm gonna go classic.
You're gonna go classic. Psycho.
Okay, I mean, it's pretty classic.
And then after that
Then
is
Get
something
Out.
new.
Yeah. I mean, something new is not necessarily bad.
Oh no,
Cabin
no.
of Dr. Caligari.
Us. Alien.
So okay, that's one thing I can say. I've recently watched Prometheus and Covenant.
Oh, that's raw too.
And I have to say, they're not quite horror movies like Alien was a horror movie. You know?
We need to look on this one.
I've already seen it. I saw it in theaters.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it, and I was laughing about it, and I was like,
I own it too. We bought it on Vudu.
Okay. So one of these days.
It's pretty good. It's more on the suspense side of things, and it very much speaks to anybody that's ever been in an abusive relationship.
Okay. A Quiet Place is I liked A Quiet Place. I have not
seen that one.
I just didn't like the ending of it. I'm happy that they're gonna have a second one. I just hope they do better with it.
I do have the issue with the fact that the Quiet Place blew up so big that it has been on like every fucking countdown for everything, and so I've seen that scene with the little boy where he puts the batteries in the toy 18 fucking times, and I've never seen the goddamn movie.
The Baba Yas.
Babadook.
The Babadook.
Yeah, Babadook's good.
Yeah. So
I've heard good things about The Lighthouse, but I have not seen it.
A gripping story brilliantly filmed and led by a pair of powerhouse performances. Lighthouse further establishes.
Pattinson and Foe.
What a pair!
So.
Yeah, okay. That one's
so
on
Batman and Green Goblin.
Yeah, I know, right? And then Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
Original.
Vampire, Hereditary's up there.
Oh, the movie's not good.
Well,
they can say it's 89 all they want.
I know.
Sucks
I'm just saying the statements of what someone else can say. It's all opinions.
I also don't like It Follows.
Really?
Yeah, my big issue with It Follows is it didn't want to really make anything. Like, it kept bouncing around. The first victim we see is like legs like ripped and torn and bent and shit like that, and then everyone else we see just dies. And it's like Lauren was like, well, maybe they fell somewhere. No, it wasn't Lauren. Someone was like, well, maybe they fell from somewhere. I'm like, the first person dies on a beach.
There's usually no cliffs on a beach.
Yep.
But I mean, that was their the top 20 seems pretty okay.
Yeah, they got a couple stinkers in there, but all in all,
No Living Dead, Aliens,
Invisible Man original. Have you ever read the book?
Invisible Man?
Yeah.
No.
The book's good, and I can tell you pretty much no film adaptations ever really done it.
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods is decent. I enjoyed it.
Is that what's the one that has the scene where there's elevators on both sides?
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. I've only seen that one scene, so
it's good. It's essentially the fact that horror movies have been a thing because we have to appease like old gods by killing the virgin, the fool, the hero, all these people. And so like basically it's like there's a cabin in the woods that some secret organization runs, and they use different killers,
like tropes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You even see like I think The Grudge in there and shit like that. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, thank you, Rotten Tomatoes, for showcasing a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. Whoopsie doopsie.
The other one that we saw on there for a second, just go ahead and go back to our image. We'll talk about this in a second. Was Host, which was a movie made in quarantine. These people made this movie, husband and wife and their friends, made this movie using iPhones and webcams and stuff like that. And it is now, you got to be careful. You're going to get spoilers.
Am I?
You got to be careful.
I'm not looking. Okay.
But they made the whole movie from their home and from their friends' homes and edited all of it and everything because they were actual filmmakers anyways, and they knew how to do all these like different ways to like because it's like a possession or like a demon or something like that, so like it's an invisible thing throwing them around rooms and shit. So like they did rope work and stuff like that all in their home, and they made the whole movie over like a month or two during the COVID lockdown, and now have actually gotten it on Shudder and everything. We watched it; it's not bad. And
is it like Paranormal Activity style though?
No, not really. And it goes pretty quick. It basically she was part of like they were gonna do like a seance over video chat over like a Zoom thing, and shit goes wrong.
Okay.
But the husband and wife have tweeted like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff to show people how they made a movie in their house to try to inspire other people. So really cool shit.
Good.
Now tonight's movies,
yes.
You started to pull up.
I started to pull them up, and you told me close out, and I was just like looking at the top so I could at least.
Yeah, I just don't want you to get spoilers. April Fool's Day, the original, not the remake.
Okay.
And Cry Wolf. Jared Padalecki, the actor everyone says I look like, that I don't see. Go ahead and pull up photos of him.
Yeah.
He's Sam in Supernatural.
Okay.
You can still pull him up if the chat wants to do a compare. I'll just lean over so that.
Jared.
I have no idea. Just try it.
Jared Padalecki.
Supernatural, Gilmore Girls. See, Liquid's calling me out. He says, "Shut up, Sammy. You look like him."
I almost spelled it right, and then I'm gonna root her to.
I'll let the hair down.
Boom. Let me go ahead and view image.
Down, but...
And then
I don't see it.
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
But so him and there's a person that's not known for acting in this movie also.
A person not known for acting?
Yeah, he's known for music.
Jared Leto?
Nope. Thank God.
Because I actually like...
I like certain roles. He has done good in certain things.
He has done... what the fuck was it? I was about to say Cyberpunk, but that's not right.
Are you thinking Blade Runner?
Thank you.
I didn't like him in it.
No.
It was...
He played a really good creep, though.
It was boring.
I mean, the whole movie was boring.
Well, the whole movie was boring. Maybe that's the issue.
The whole movie was boring, but he was very creepy bubbly, and that was kind of a breath of fresh air for that movie, where he was like, I know what I'm doing is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing is wrong, but what are you going to do?
Chapter 27, chapter 23, something like that with him. He plays the guy that killed John Lennon in the days leading up to it.
Oh,
He gained like a lot of weight for it and everything.
because yeah,
He did pretty good in that one.
Okay.
From my understanding, he's great in Dallas Buyers Club, but I haven't seen it yet.
Let's see what he's done. Because I love him in 30 Seconds. 30 Seconds Mars. Why do I keep spelling Jared wrong? I'm a freaking idiot.
And Suicide Squad. Apparently, his Joker is going to show up in the Snyder Cut. They confirmed it today. Yeah. As I saw, all I thought was like, all those people that thought the Snyder Cut was going to be good.
Like, give me a goddamn reason. But I forgot that he was in Fight Club. He was the one who got the shit beat out of him.
Liquid Junior says he plays a good creep because he is a creep. He is kind of a creep. He was sending people like dead rats on the set of Suicide Squad, condoms filled with jizz and shit like that. Because he was like, I'm trying to get into the mind of the Joker. And it's like, no, you're being fucking gross to your co-stars. You should be fired.
Yeah. That's right. He's Morbius.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Morbius in the movie. Fuck off on that.
You know what?
But no, that is not who the musical actor is in Cry Wolf.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and say kind of classic rock. You definitely know a lot of their songs.
Okay.
He's now doing DirecTV commercials. Sadly.
Classic rock DirecTV commercials? Well, I don't watch TV much, so kind of hard to get that cut of DirecTV commercial.
And Louis Ginger also points out, I wanted to destroy something beautiful. He was the one that was too fucking blonde. That's what Brad Pitt calls him. Because he's like, they're coming up with different reasons to yell at him, and he looks at him. It's either Brad or it's wow, I forgot his name. Who's the other actor in Fight Club? Edward Norton. It's either Brad or it's Edward, but one of them looks at him and like trash talks the first guy on the porch and looks at him and goes, and you're too fucking blonde, because his hair is bleached blonde.
Oh, it's white.
But I'll just tell you, it's Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi's in Cry Wolf.
He's doing DirecTV. Well, he's still on tour. Well, was on tour.
Yeah, he's doing DirecTV commercials now.
Ooh.
It's kind of weird. He's like singing about like their packages and shit.
They better have paid him.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Oh my god.
But all right,
I'm excited for these two. Like, because
I won't tell him the theme until he finishes the movies, because the theme will ruin at least whichever one we watch second.
And then I'm like, it's got to be that big, because if a couple words can ruin that, I'm just like, huh. So I am interested.
Which just reminded me, I need to send a text message downstairs to make sure the theme is not spoiled for you.
Gotcha.
So
wait, nothing was spoiled for me.
No, I'm saying I don't want her to tell you the theme.
Oh. So while he's doing that, though, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the thing that I mildly spoiled earlier, which is a picture of Hearthstone. The new card backs look amazing. This new Halloween event is like a carnival with Eldritch Horrors. I'm here for it. I'm probably going to pop back into Hearthstone.
Well, I play Hearthstone too, and I haven't played in a while, but this may get me in, because this isn't even like the tip of the iceberg here.
Oh yeah.
So they have launched. They're launching a brand new mode, brand new expansion, and they're doing a complete overhaul on game progression systems.
Which means easier card earning, which pack earning is already a problem in some of these types of games. Getting it to where, like, you do, instead of your 3 games, you get 1 pack. I believe that it's now, you get a win, you get a pack, and then you get your 3 games, that's another pack. So if you win 1 out of your 3, you get 1 pack. You do your 3, you get another pack, so on and so forth.
I'm going to dial back real quick to the chat. I haven't seen the second John Carpenter's Vampires, so I can't answer whether or not Bon Jovi was in it. Maybe there's someone else in the chat can help him out with that. And welcome, Mac.
Yes, hello.
So the new mode is going to be called Hearthstone Duels. It takes the build as you go deck gaming play that we've seen across things like the Dungeon Run, Monster Hunt, Rumble Run, all those different things, Tombs of Terror, and is bringing it to duels. So there's going to be a few differences though. So players striving for 12 wins, while 3 losses will have 3 losses ending your run. So your goal is 12 wins, but if you lose 3 times, you're out. Your run's done, and you have to start over.
Okay.
At the start of a run, players choose a hero, each of which has a bespoke hero power, and then build their own starter deck of 15 cards to take into the run.
Okay, so it's basically just like the Vaults of Amasteria, where it's pretty much just like that. Okay.
These cards can be anything from the current legal pool for the mode. So it's gonna follow. It's not gonna be your full deck. It's gonna follow what the people are using in League, basically.
Okay, that's fine. So it's just like the vaults. I really enjoyed that entire thing. I came real close to putting money down just so I can unlock all the other chapters, because there was a lot to gain from that. As far as a single player mode for a online card game.
Okay.
And I could see this doing fantastic. As I said, I love those card backings. Look at those. Look at those card backings.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
Now, a few more changes in this, though. So normally they limit 1 copy of each legendary and 2 copies of each card of other rarities.
Mm-hmm.
In duels, they will only allow 1 copy of each card regardless of rarity.
Now, that's an interesting meta.
With each win, players can choose between different options to add cards to their decks, and as let's see, like in solo adventures and with the powerful treasures and whatnot, you're gonna want to be able to change things up.
So hold on. So then, if you're building, let's say, a Boombot build, you're not gonna be able to do a Boombot build, because Boombots you need 2, 3, maybe even 4 types of one card. But if you can only have 1 of each card, that's going to be really tough.
Put this into perspective in a game that I know a little bit more about because I played it a little bit more. In regular Gwent, not Gwent on your phone, but Gwent in the Witcher game, you want to have someone like your catapulter that's got the ability to bring a discard card.
Okay.
And then you've got your ability with Yennefer as well.
Okay.
So you want to play them first round so that they're technically discarded. And then you want another one of that regular guy that brings in the second one, because you can have multiples of those guys.
Yes.
You play him, you bring him back, you play him, you bring Yennefer back.
Okay.
The problem with that would be is that would no longer work in this play style because you can only have one of him. So
Correct.
once he's burnt, he's done.
Correct.
So
and in this instance, Boombots, there are specific types of ones. So let's say you have all 3 types of Boombots out in the field. There's ones that infect decks, but it makes me wonder if that allows for it, because I love infect decks. There's Magic the Gathering ones that are like, here, throw this into literally your deck, and if you draw it, you take X amount of damage. You know, they did that with Hearthstone and did it with Magic. Don't know who did it first, don't really care, but it's funny in the fact that they're drawing cards, and then all of a sudden they pick up that card and go, fuck. You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
What I would love is if I can do that again, because with Boombot build, if I can have something similar, I would just love to. This is like getting my brain thinking, because this is great. This is fantastic.
So another reason why you're going to want the ability to add cards to your deck is there will be treasures. So when you win treasures with this mode, you're going to be able to update your play. With each season, the heroes and hero powers and treasures and card pools will change. The debut season theme is Wizard Duels, and the 10 heroes are pulled from the Sholomance. Is that how you say it? Sholomance?
Sholomance.
Okay. Academy expansion.
Wait, why does that sound familiar?
I mean, you've played Hearthstone. It's probably something you've seen.
I'm just gonna Google.
Let's see. Season 1 will include the basic and classic sets, as well as the Sholomance Academy. Sholomance Academy.
World of Warcraft.
Curse of Naxxrams, and One Night in Karazhan. Duels will be a free game mode. There will also be heroic duels as an option that will cost 150 gold or a tavern ticket, with rewards based on how well you perform. The duels beta officially launches November 17th. And from my understanding, there will be an early access for these things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. I had the early access here.
Oh.
Players who purchase the Madness at the Dark Moon Fairy Bundle will get the early access to duels.
Right on.
We don't know how early yet, though.
We don't know. I mean, I will bear a little bit of patience for this. This looks like fun.
We're also have the Welcome to Madness at the Dark Moon Fair, which is what we have for the image.
The pictures of it?
Yeah, I'm not done with Hearthstone yet, dude.
I know. Oh, I know. I saw half of what I was, and I was like, I don't know if we're going to talk about it. And I kind of just like left it.
Yeah. Hearthstone team also announced this expansion. These creepy looking bastards here. So they're named this because the old gods have chosen WoW's iconic Dark Moon Fair as the site of the return. And all 4 old gods are back as new legendary cards as well. So that's another thing you're going to want to look out for.
Why do I think that's Illidan?
I don't know what the old gods are, so...
Oh, the old gods of World of Warcraft are fucking assholes.
The set will also include 4 old god artifacts, powerful spells inspired by the original old god card designs.
Keep using those words.
Old gods?
Old gods.
Old gods. From Whisper of the Old Gods. Across 135 new cards. Madness at the Dark Moon Fair will also play host to a new keyword, Corrupt. What?
Ooh, I like Corrupt. I like that word.
Yep.
But how many cards did you say? 145?
135.
135.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be the second biggest that I'm aware of, as far as releases for Hearthstone. That I said I'm aware of. They could be now like 5th lowest because I'm still learning new cards that keep coming through.
So
I holy crap, this is a lot.
Cards with Corrupt can be upgraded to upgraded in hand of by the first playing. Sorry, cards with Corrupt can be upgraded in hand by the first playing a card of a greater cost than the corruptible card.
Okay.
Yeah. The Corrupt card then gets a new twisted version of the original artwork.
So it's an evolution state.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, I can get down with that. I would hopefully figure it out quickly because mana burn is a thing, and I'm worried that if I need to have X amount of mana to summon that creature, and someone building a opponent mana burn deck, I would be screwed. So okay, continue. I'm sorry.
You're fine. So the Dark Moon Fair will launch November 17th, November 18th in ANZ. I'm not sure where ANZ is. What is that?
ANZ.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is.
Oh, New Zealand.
Oh, is that New Zealand? Okay.
I think it's New Zealand.
Well, sorry, Sox, we get it before you.
Yeah.
But there are 2 purchase options available now. The first bundle is $39.99 US, $53.95 AUD, and contains 45 Madness at the Dark Moon Fair cards, 1 random MDF legendary card, the Inzoth card back, and early access to the Hearthstone duels.
So what you're telling me is I need to spend $40 for that card back? Looks like they're getting $40 out of me.
For the early access.
Well, it looks like they're getting that $40 out of me.
Well, hold on.
Motherfuckers.
The Mega Bundle, meanwhile, costs $79.99 US or $109.95 AUD and includes 80 Madness at the Dark Moon Fair cards, 5 golden MDF card packs, 1 random golden MDF legendary, the playable Enzuth Warlock Hero, the Enzuth card background peak perks, and early access to the Hearthstone duel.
I don't know if I'll put the 80.
And lastly, this is the last thing we got for from the Hearthstone team. So they have announced a big overhaul to the Hearthstone progression system that is coming November 12th. This change includes achievement system, which is something people have been asking about for a very long time. Central reward track, a quest revamp, and an updated profile page. The achievements, there's not really much to say on it. They're going to be achievements.
Yeah, I'm not going to be mad. That means that there's going to be gifts for those who work hard at certain things.
It's going to give you goals. You're going to be able to track your accomplishments a little bit better.
And something tells me this is going to put a whole bunch of new ones up there as well, because then it's going to add, hey, beat this entire thing using this character but not building anything of this. And it's going to be like you get, I'm sure it's going to be, here's a pack for doing that one. Yeah. Or here's some...
well, they're confirming credits. Experience for the achievements as well with each season, too.
Cool.
Or with each expansion, I'm sorry.
Cool.
And then, of course, you got the simple playing achievements, things like that.
Oh, man, I am here for this.
There will also be doing gold card packs, cards and cosmetics, and hitting level 50 will earn players 1 of 10 of the all-new hero skins. Purchasing a tavern pass can also add bonus earnable bonus earnable items to the reward track, including XP boosts and extra cosmetics. Completing quests now rewards players with XP to push them along the reward track. So even if you're like getting kind of to the point where you're high level, you're feeling maxed out, you have no reason to worry about experience points. let's see. More quests will come in, but there will also be dailies.
I like doing dailies.
Yeah, dailies are always good. It's a good way to keep you interested in the game.
Yeah, I do it for
and you get 3 at the start of each week for the weeklies. And this will all launch November 12th. Let's see. And they will all players will now have an in-game profile page with lifetime stats of their for their accounts.
That's nice. I never noticed that it wasn't there, but I'm glad that they're like, hey, we're adding it. I'm like, oh shit, that's good.
Now I'm done.
Now we're done.
Sorry, lots of Hearthstone, but it was a big update.
That is a big update, and that's November 12th, correct?
November 12th for
the regular update.
Yeah, for the regular update, but that's also the start of the Dark Moon.
Copy. I'll definitely have to pop back in, start building up my stuff again.
And I want to thank Mac in the chat because he did confirm the
time zone.
Time zone. We just didn't see it before you Googled it.
All right, so let's hop over to one of our main sponsors right behind Quincy's head.
Almost on my head.
Huh? Yeah.
I think I need to turn that just a little bit. It keeps blocking.
Okay, that's fine. Just there you go. That should be perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Let me click this. So over on Humble Bundle, if you use our link down in the descriptor, otherwise, they have a Thrills and Chills bundle, and it features 2 games I am severely interested in and a whole bunch more.
I like how many companies are doing Halloween stuff this year.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of companies are really getting behind the Halloween.
Yeah, this kind of leans into even more Halloween events that we didn't talk about last week.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot one. Oops. But
there were so many.
And literally
and they're still coming out.
Yeah, the day after another one came out, and I'll show you that one. But moving back over to Humble Bundle, for $1 you get Pacify and Distraint 2. I like Distraint 1. I will probably dig into Distraint 2. I do have it on my Steam library. For the average of $9.37, you get one of my favorite games of all time right now, Blood Fresh Supply, as well as Dark, which is a nice little puzzle platformer where you play a very slow, sluggish, undead person. Hard to tell.
I don't think we've gone a single episode without you talking about Blood Fresh Supply since you bought it.
It's a good game.
And it's not even like because like we're like purposely doing it. It just keeps coming up.
It's a good game.
I mean, Night Dive does good work.
Yeah, Night Dive. Look at this. You're killing cultists. They're yelling while you're
depending on the cultist, they may want that.
Male maca de fieru. I'm on fire. It burns.
What else we got on this list?
The Letter, which is a nice little visual novel. I've seen someone play this.
Is this what the in-game artwork looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, it's very much a Telltale style. Choose your own adventure. Here's and there's, and it has a lot of nods to other Japanese style horror.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Desolate, I quickly saw the trailer. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a desolate world type of thing. It's an open world type of thing where Stalker, if you've ever played Stalker, or Metro.
Okay.
What's this meal? It's blood. Goon in the chat got me to do that little nod.
We should charge him for that.
Oh.
He has to pay bits to get you to do Blood Fresh Supply quotes.
Yeah, well, no, that's a artist by the name of Plague of Gripes. He did a video on Bloodborne, and he goes to a blood bank. And what do you mean I'm out of blood?
Okay.
And then Detention, another storytelling game that has a much more darker tone than what they're giving. Hang on. I will be right back. Go ahead and pass for time real quick.
Okay. So I don't know anything about Detention, but I didn't even really have it in high school. While he's gone, I'm going to scroll through some more of the list. So at the $15 mark, we do have a game I can talk a little bit about. It's the Blackout Club. This is another one of those survival type of games where you play as like a team, and then you've got someone else kind of playing the killer, I do believe. This is the one where there's a bunch of like underground tunnels from house to house, and the kids are trying to save the family.
Everything good?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Blackout Club, yes.
Am I remember right? Did someone play a killer on this one, or is it just NPC killers?
NPCs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought this one was another one.
You play all the friends, and each one has their own perk and whatnot. And
but it's like some kind of crazy cult, though.
Yeah, and it goes into great detail that the cult is trying to also recruit your parents.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's actually super cool. Like, you don't get much of that if you're gonna be playing a kid. You usually, oh, pardon me, the parents are usually like asleep, so you don't have to worry about any of that. There's like knockout moves, all this stuff. You climb on someone's back to knock them out because you're so small.
Yeah. Sock says Dio. Are we talking like Whip It
or Dio?
Oh, see, I was thinking like I've been working on a coal mine. Big red.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right, next, Dusk.
Dusk. This game is reminiscent of everything that I love: Doom, Quake, Blood, Heretic, Hexen, Half-Life, Redneck Rampage, everything from the '90s. It looks like it's literally, oh, it was me, Dio. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
but I don't think Mac knows. I don't think Mac knows that reference though.
Maybe he's talking about the what's that smell?
No, it was me, Dio.
I'm saying his.
Kone Dioda.
I'm just saying him saying it was me. He was responding. Yeah. Which is why I didn't get Dio referencing anything else.
Yeah,
I'm Dio.
We're very tired.
I'm not tired.
I'm very tired.
You kidding? That thing's got enough sugar to run me for a week.
Okay, I took one sip of that, and it was just the most sugar. It was sugar in liquid form. It was so.
It's good.
It's very good, but dangerous. Medium might be too scary. You're gonna be like when we're watching the movies. You're gonna be.
It's okay. There's a Halloween event that just started. Marvel Strike Force. I need the energy.
I guess you're right. I just hope it doesn't burn you out.
Everyone needs to go and watch the Dusk trailer with sound though, because they have like the shooting is synced up to the music, and it's freaking phenomenal.
Yeah. And it's made by only 3 people.
Impressive.
Yeah. Music, graphics, and programmer.
Nice.
And if you've ever played Quake, this feels just like it feels like a faster Quake, and I hate to say that because Quake is already very fast.
Here's a question.
Pace. Yes.
Provided that the Bethesda lawsuit that they're going through doesn't screw anything up, do you think now that Microsoft owns them, we could possibly finally get a new Quake? I mean, they call it QuakeCon, but we never get new Quakes.
I can foresee something considering we're still getting updates to I believe it's Unreal Tournament, where we're getting all the Quake stuff moved over, or
okay.
Quake Tournament now. I don't know what the last one was called. Oh yeah, you can flush the toilets.
Okay. And
there's actually I believe later on in Dusk you have to actually flush the toilet to get something like a yellow key or something.
Interesting.
Moving on though. I don't know. I want there to be a new Quake.
Yeah.
I would love a new Quake.
I just feel like
I don't think
they have no problems using the name.
Oh no! Oh fuck no!
But they seem to have a problem making a new game.
They just seem to have a problem making a new game because
I didn't mean for that to rhyme.
You're not going to get the same energy as Quake 1 or even as bad as Quake 2 was. Quake 2, like Quake 3, that was when they were pushing the envelope for the technological advances because you had John Carmack going, We have a new engine. We need to work this new engine.
I mean, but look at what they've done with Doom and with id Software.
Now, that's where I'm like, this could happen. Yeah. This could be good, but I don't want to, have that hope held way up here just to get let down again. I would like to see maybe a tech demo, something where I can.
Well, fingers crossed. It'll probably eventually happen, but nothing's confirmed. So
right.
The next thing on here is kind of a weird one for us to talk about. It's Layers of Fear 2. First of all, I have Layers of Fear 1, never played it, but I did watch a playthrough. But the reason why this one is weird is we want you to support Humble Bundle. We want you to give charity. But Epic is also giving this game away for free.
Yeah.
So we don't want to lie to you. So it's free now. Oh, Costume Quest 2 is free. Go grab that. That's a fun little screw around one. But Layers of Fear 2 is currently free. Blair Witch is coming up on the 29th. I enjoyed what I played of it when I wasn't completely lost in the woods and just going in circles for a solid half an hour.
So what you're telling me is the Blair Witch gotcha.
I didn't. There was like this little thing I was supposed to investigate, and because I couldn't progress on. So I was walking in circles.
Oh.
I just kept walking in circles for like a half an hour.
Oh, that's not good. But
and then Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. I love the original. The remaster's fun too. I own both.
yeah, and this will lead us into our next couple of stories.
Yeah,
but
including my shirt,
including his
which
shirt.
isn't a complete accident.
Yeah. But with Layers of Fear 2, this came out not too long ago, and I'm surprised that Epic is immediately going, it's free, and Humble Bundle's like, support charity?
Yeah.
You know.
I always vote support charity.
I always vote support charity as well. And this one helps out Trick or Treat for UNICEF.
Yeah.
UNICEF is a great one, and then it also helps out the charity that we support, which is Charity Water, if you choose ours. But good news, you can choose another one if you don't want to support Charity Water.
In high school, I actually used to do a lot of the Trick or Treat for UNICEF boxes. We actually got a lot of boxes filled.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
I was part of a cultural society. It was my school had this whole thing where it's like it was big on showing people other cultures and stuff like that. That was the whole concept.
Right on.
And we did a lot for UNICEF. We did a lot for Darfur back when that was a thing.
Yeah.
And then later on, Invisible Children.
Like, I love the grit in this game.
Layers of Fear too.
Yeah, like it's a lot of grit. It's very dirty, and I like the dirty.
I just remember Layers of Fear 1 being a little disjointed.
It was a little disjointed. It was, if you're not paying attention to the things that you're supposed to be paying attention to, you're gonna miss the scares.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the stinger go off, and you're just like, "What?
What was supposed to scare me?
The fuck was that?"
I think the last horror game I played that actually got me pretty good was what is it? The one where it's the aliens that make themselves look like other things. Like make themselves look like cups.
Oh,
and
Prey?
Prey. There's one part in Prey that got me where it's like I was clicking these buttons on like a touch screen, and then you click the last one, and the monster's there all of a sudden on the screen, and it cuts to like camera feed, and you can see that the fucker's coming for you. It actually got me. It made me jump.
Hello.
Max says he did UNICEF as a kid also.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
they've been around for a while.
Yeah, they do a lot of really good shit. Did you just call Mac old? He's gonna come kick your ass. All right, what are we looking at over here?
Another little charity thing that it doesn't have a lot of games supported for it because these guys aren't really forerunners for this. This is their first anniversary of doing it, called Safe in Our World, which supports mental health.
Okay.
And it's slowly building more and more games. It just added one, but it has one of my favorite games of all time. I put this game in my top 10, and that is Grease. And it's a $4.99 bundle, gets you all these games. It's on fanatical.com. We don't have a sponsorship, but I just was like, hey, charity, help them out, as well as get a game that got me.
Although I can't stop looking at the reject Chris Jericho.
Avicii, I can
tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, but do you know who this is?
No.
He was struggling with mental health.
Oh, okay.
He took his own life in 2017, I believe it was.
Gotcha.
And he was set.
So he was a DJ?
He was a DJ.
Okay.
A real popular one. You've probably heard Lights by him.
Probably not.
Through a commercial or otherwise, I guarantee it, you probably have.
Maybe, but most likely not.
Okay.
Nothing against him. It's just I don't listen to anything new.
Yeah, and with this like little Beat Saber style driving around and
cool.
hitting beats and all that.
I considered buying Beat Saber a few times now.
Yeah, and then Rhyme is a nice little.
Rhyme was on Game Pass for a while, and I never gave it a shot.
It looks nice. I have it. I downloaded it, and I remember it was just before I got Code PC that I tried playing it and ran like shit, and I said, "Yeah." But I would love to go through. Like, look at how pretty this is.
The hell is that?
It's an eagle with a mask on, I think.
That is not an eagle. It's got like I lost what I was gonna say, but that one of the fighting Pokemons, its legs looks like that.
Hitmonlee style legs, yeah, I guess. But with the free games over here on Epic, good stuff as well.
Yep. Plenty of stuff for you guys to go out and get.
Now, speaking of Ghostbusters,
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all gonna be.
Max says it was a bat.
I mean,
I would accept bat before eagle.
I would have accepted. Yeah, it's just the wingspan with the feathers. You don't
I
have
didn't see feathers. Dude, we don't have to go back. It's fine.
Okay.
Ghostbusters has officially been given its new date. We knew it was being pushed, considering theaters aren't open.
Yeah.
It's been pushed to June, which I think actually puts it around the release date of the reboot. Actually, like when the reboot released, I think that was like a June or July movie because they tried making it a summer movie.
Okay.
As well as Don't Breathe 2. I didn't see Don't Breathe, but I heard good things. So they both have been pushed back. Even with the beard, he didn't age.
No. He doesn't. He just doesn't. He's a vampire.
Him, Keanu Reeves. I am very excited for this movie. I can't wait to see this movie. When I saw the teaser, I got excited. When I saw the trailer, I got excited. And without even expecting this to be news today or expecting the game to be on Epic, I wore my Ghostbusters shirt because I'm trying to keep kind of with the Halloween thing. Yes, it's technically not a Halloween movie, but I mean, it's ghosts. I'm running out of horror movie shirts. Leave me alone.
I don't have any. That's why I'm wearing a weird hybrid between Doge meme and Game of Thrones.
Gotcha.
So I have two scary shirts and I can't keep washing them
So sad news here with the movie being pushed
Well,
back, but we knew it was going to happen.
on a weekly basis.
But good news over on something else.
But up, shoe news.
Ghostbuster shoes.
Ghostbuster shoes that look really good.
They look great.
Like they added like little dirt marks to the what I'm assuming is the proton pack ones, and then you have.
Oh,
the
no, I think they're
jumpsuits.
the Ectos. I think they're supposed to be like Ectos.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, and then okay, they have little packs on them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got the jumpsuits.
And Max says Don't Breathe was good. All I know about that movie was people break into a blind guy's house who turns out to be like a war vet that's got the place booby trapped.
Yeah.
And so they have to be quiet as he hunts them down and
it's
kills
like
them.
it's like
That sounded good.
It's like okay, you saw an easy mark and you fucked up.
Yep.
What the fuck? But it is set for Halloween release, if I am not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
Through select retailers on October 31st.
Cool.
The zooms look real good.
Yeah, I would probably wear those. $100 is not bad either.
And then for the other one, $150 for the.
I mean,
the
you got
hot
that whole big plastic thing on the back, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
Max says there's more to it than that for Don't Breathe. I would assume that there is, but I haven't actually seen it, so.
Oh, a little tiny green splotch.
Oh, like you stepped in the slime. That's awesome. Now these are pretty cool shoes. I wouldn't wear these ones. One, they're already the high ups. Two, the thing on the back, like it's just that's so much going on. You got wires coming off your shoes. I'm gonna get caught on shit.
Yeah.
But they look so cool.
They do, and also the fact that it's Reebok pump.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So, I would probably go with I didn't. Oh, yeah, we already talked about those. Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably go with the first set though.
Yeah. Good pairs of sneaks.
Yeah.
I like them.
And then it says Reebok in the style of their name tags.
Yes.
So.
And then on the tongue, you got the classic ghost with the do
This
not.
guy.
Yeah, the do not.
Just not pink like mine is.
The do not.
I don't know if my shirt is for the remake or not. Either way, though, I like it.
It's a nice color shirt. It would look better in the black light.
Probably. My main issue with the remake. Have you seen the remake?
With the female?
Yeah.
Negative.
My issue with the remake was we didn't need a remake. We needed a sequel. It could have been a sequel about women becoming Ghostbusters, opening up a Ghostbusters franchise. When you decided to remake a movie that did not need to be remade, that's when I had an issue. Furthermore, the technical issues of that film. The fact that they didn't bother to properly sync up dialogue with mouths and shit like that. Sony was fucking lazy with the movie.
Oh, was that bad?
Yeah. So, I'm happy for Afterlife. I also like the fact that the guy making it is the kid of the guy that made the original. And him and his sister were actually on set and stuff like that. So.
Oh, good.
All right, what we got next?
We close out of a couple things. So I saw his kit, and by his I mean Rambo, and by Rambo I mean Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 11. We talked about it last week how Rambo was being introduced, and they really did well with making his kit make me want to download, because you already own it, Mortal Kombat 11 and start actually learning how to play Mortal Kombat, because his kit was great. he was up against Terminator, and Terminator did his grapple where he slams you down, pulls out the M16, da 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 da, shoots you in the ground, and then he does like a push off of the ground to get away from, pulls out 2, and just starts rolling back. And I'm like, that's a great way to show that it's the same but different. It's people, because people were comparing him to Terminator and RoboCop, and of course that's no. And then he did like trap setting, where his grabs give you distance. He's a zoner through grabbing. So push him back into a pit, throws a grenade into that pit. Keep the distance. I'm like, that's actually really nice.
And they don't have x-rays in this one like 10 did, but they have something kind of like it, where every now and then certain moves you do a little bit more damage, and you get like a little bit of an x-ray moment. And he's got a moment where he just straight up elbows a dude.
Oh, yeah.
In the fucking face. And it x-rays to show like the jaw breaking and like the cheek breaking and all that. It's really good. Did you see the finisher?
Yes, I did.
The finisher was nice. It was a bunch of knife work because he had the knife. Yeah. And then he gets them away, and he hits them with the arrows, and then one of them blows up.
And then it's just so good. And
yeah, it's a good set. The problem is, I was looking at this. I bought the Aftermath or whatever the fuck it was called. I bought the other pack to get the extra missions and whatnot. I would still have to buy one more thing to actually technically have Ultimate, to get these new characters and to get the upgrade and all that shit. So I have already bought the game and bought an expansion off the game, and still can't get everything. And at some point, you just gotta stop giving money to them, you know? So while it's great stuff, I think I might be tapped, at least for now.
Yeah. Let me click over to this. We got that. We already talked about that. We can talk about the thing we played.
Wait, really quick. I'm trying to figure out what the chat's talking about. Afterlife has Mike from Stranger Things, right? I don't know who plays the kid in... and he's going to pull it up real quick. It wouldn't surprise me if that's who it was. Yeah, can you just pull up the actor? And we'll just see what he's done. Right there. Played by Finn Wolfhard.
Boop.
And then pull up his IMDb. I think it's the same kid, yeah. He was also in the It remake. Yep, Ghostbusters Afterlife. He's playing Trevor. Yeah, it's Mike. I haven't watched enough of Stranger Things to know the kids all that well. Apparently, though, he also does Pugsley for the animated Addams Family.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yep, Addams Family. Pugsley Addams.
Well, that can lead us into our next news. Addams Family.
Oh, okay.
We don't need anything up on the screen.
No, we don't. I was just like, huh?
If anyone that remembers, Addams Family was originally just little cartoons. And, like, I think it was it the New Yorker? I don't remember what it was. The little cartoons, I think it might have been in the New Yorker. And there'd be, like, one panel.
It would be Family Values style. One panel with something happening up top and the caption down below.
Not even so much that. The dialogues would be in the scene.
Yeah.
You know, but it was all... Everything you were getting was one panel. And they were pretty big. And studios reached out to the guy that did them. And we eventually got the Addams Family TV show with Sean Astin. No, not Sean Astin. Sean Astin's the son. His dad.
Oh,
Google for me, please. Sean Astin's the son. I'm spacing on his... No, I'm saying I'm spacing on his John Astin. Thank you.
You're welcome.
John Astin is Gomez. And then later on we got the cartoon where I do believe John Astin came back and still did Gomez. And so when they did the live action, I think he was actually a little upset that he didn't get to be Gomez when they did the live action movies with Raul Julia. So yeah, we had the TV show that was in the 60s. We had the cartoon, and we also had like the Scooby-Doo crossover episode with the cartoon. And then we had the two live action movies with Raul Julia.
One, and then Family Values.
And I think we were supposed to get a third, but then sadly Raul passed away. And they didn't really do anything with the characters for a very long time. There was one lady on YouTube that took to doing Adult Wednesday Addams videos, and they were fucking great. But she received a cease and desist from the studio because they decided they were going to do the animated film, and they didn't want her stuff out there when they were doing the animated film and all that stuff.
I can recall. Yeah, like she was walking down the street. Hey, we would look better if you smiled, and she would like.
Yeah, she was like getting catcalled, and so she followed them home and had like creepy guys catcall them basically. But now we've got the animated movie. People say it's great. I haven't watched it yet. I think it's on.
It's on a streaming service.
It's on HBO Max or Prime or something like that. Eventually, I'm going to watch it. And now they've confirmed a sequel to that.
Good.
But they want to do a live-action TV show again. And I have it right here. Let me just pull this up real quick. We have Tim Burton set. He's in talks to be the producer on it. Deadline and recently talked to him. He's stating that he's in talks to produce and possibly even direct all the episodes. Normally, TV shows don't have one director all the way across the board. It happens sometimes. I think like things like Blind Manor and stuff like that have done it. But it would also be from the creators of Smallville, Alfred Go and Miles Miller. They would be doing the show running and the writing for the series. I kind of want to see live action Addams Family again. I just don't know that anyone's ever going to outdo both John Astin and Raul Julia, because they were both amazing as Gomez, and it's really hard for me to see anyone else in those roles. Like, it's one thing when it's animated and it's just a voice.
Yeah, I getcha.
So, what do you want to talk about next?
Might as well.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Quincy and I both played a very, very interesting game. And we have, I don't want to say conflicting thoughts about it, but I like it so far. I'm maybe 8 to 10 missions in. And
I've gotten past the club.
Okay.
I think I might have stopped after the club.
The one where you have to blend in with the dancers?
Yeah.
Okay. So
no, I got past the prison too.
Okay, so you're about a little before where I'm at.
Okay.
And the combat feels so tight, and the story feels. You don't like the stop go when you're already feeling like you just need to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I'm okay with it because it does the Hotline Miami thing where you get your go moment, clear the floor, and then you get back in your car, and then you go pick up your food and go home.
It's just, every time it comes time to do some story stuff, I'm sitting there clicking, I'm reading, I'm clicking, I'm reading, I'm clicking, I'm reading, and it's just after a while I'm like, can I get back to the game? I don't know. I'm kind of interested in the story, not just him being this assassin, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, the story really needs to start paying off soon, with as much as I'm doing.
I will admit it does start off very slow because of you not knowing anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad game. I definitely think it deserves its high praises. The mechanics work amazingly. It's very interesting looking in game. The mechanics are very interesting. But and for anyone that wants to try it, it's on Game Pass right now.
I'll lead us into our next story.
But I don't know. It's kind of a slow burn for me at moments.
Yeah, it'll. I think you're at a point where it's going to start ramping, and you're going to lean into the story a little bit more. So you're going to be like, those slow moments, you're going to praise them. I think, because I'm enjoying the slow moments. But as far as Steam gives it 10 on 10, 98% on Humble Bundle, 83 on Metacritic, and 98% on Google users. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that it's that high up for Katana Zero, because I'm curious.
We talked about this game as it was coming out too.
Yes,
like, this was one that we followed when
this was when we first started.
Yeah, because it came out April of last year.
Yeah. Let's see here.
No ratings shown.
No.
That's got a 10 out of 10 there.
It's got a 10 out of 10. Okay, good. Because this style of game of, go in, clear out that place is nice. It's comfortable for some people because it's just so straightforward. It gets you in, does it, leave, a little bit of story, go in, do it again, leave, go in. Guess what? Do it again. This time, do it a little more carefully. There's a whole bunch of here's and there's to figure out what to do. Hotline Miami 2 did a little bit weirder, but I still like them. They're still good games.
But you want to lead in off of Katana being on Game Pass into the next section of news.
With Game Pass.
So we've got a few new things that just dropped at Scourgebringer. Mm-hmm. That's technically a game preview. That game's not finished yet.
No.
So if anyone goes in and it's like, oh, this game's broken, you guys suck. It's not done yet. And we have nothing to do with the development, so we don't suck. You suck. And
also, if there's something wrong with the game, let the people making the game know so that way they can fix it.
Do it nicely.
Yeah, do it nicely. If you make a report on it, like a regular game analyst, like green is if you run into green issues, it is just textural. It has no gameplay breaking things. If you have a yellow, it's mild breaking, can be repeated. It's a bit of an issue, but it's not major. And a red, which is game breaking, you have to stop, you have to reload, etc., etc. If you make things like that and have it in a nice structured way, games fix that.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was playing Borderlands 1, I ran into a red, and I submitted it, and like 2 patches later, they fixed it. Just as long as if you don't mention a problem, the problem won't be fixed. If you mention a problem, the problem may get fixed.
Unless the game is Payday 2.
Tell
me I'm wrong.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. It's just they're apparently still working on it. They're
supposedly.
They just did another DLC pack.
Whatever. The next game is Goner 2. I have not played either of the Goner games. You would know more about that.
I played Goner 1, and I enjoyed Goner 1. It was very fun, very cute. Let me see if I can't pull up a trailer for Goner 2 for you.
Okay, I see 3 eyeballs. I'm already concerned.
Let me pull it up for everyone else. Oh, yeah. So it's roguelite. It is very, very simplistic art style. You get fresh guns, which you can pick up. Each one has their pros, cons, etc. This one's much more colorful than the last one.
This looks terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, the first one.
Okay. Seeing the logo, I recognize the logo.
Yeah, but yeah, this is much more different than Goner 1.
So yeah, this 2 just hit Game Pass. Now, the big thing here, I think, this is probably one of the biggest ones that has hit. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege Deluxe Edition.
Now, Deluxe Edition, I'm curious what that comes with, because if it comes with all of like the year 1 and maybe year 2,
which
you're
here
be in a good position.
Includes the full game, 8 operations from year 1 and 8 operations from year 2.
Operators or operations?
Operators. Sorry,
okay.
Operators.
Okay. So you get the vast majority of year 1 and year 2.
Yeah, so year 1, it's Frost, Buck, Valkyrie, Blackbeard, Caviar.
Caviara.
Caviar. I don't know how to say that one.
Capitao, Habana, and Echo. And then from year 2, you get Jackal, Mira, Legion, Ying, Ela, Zofia, Dokebi, and Vigil.
Okay, I'm sticking with Caviar, though, because I like that way better.
Well, me and Goon call her Capybara.
That's pretty good, too.
Yeah. When we notice Capybara, we're like, oh, no.
I played a free weekend of this game. I was like, this is kind of fun. But it was never enough for me to want to buy it. It being on Game Pass, I'm a little bit more open to playing it now.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was actually starting to get too warm.
Yeah.
I was cold earlier, and I had to turn the fan off. Now I'm like, okay, shit, we should have left it on.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, look, Goon's even talking about Capybara in there.
Yeah.
So this one's kind of a big one coming to it. The other thing we have is Superland, which I don't know anything about.
Superland, I played a little bit of that on... Humble Bundle released a thing for it for Humble Bundle Monthly.
It's a bunch of stick figures in a very nice world.
It is a bit... It is a little jarring. I'm not gonna. I was like trying to find a way around that, but no, it is very jarring. It's very much a game that knows what it's trying to push forward. It says, "Hey, the only way to get this thing to fix this one thing is you to make this big old quest. Go do it."
Goon says in the chat, "I would play R6 if I didn't blue screen."
Yeah.
Well, Goon, if you have the console, it doesn't blue screen on the console. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come for the master race.
Damn, that. Ugh.
And the last one that is currently new to Game Pass is Cricket 19. I don't play Cricket.
I don't play Cricket.
But it's there. We are supposed to get a few more things. I do believe the Doom PC port either just dropped or drops in a few days.
And I'm excited to do that because...
Yeah, because then you'll actually be able to aim.
Yeah.
Oh, and Goon, yeah, but I'd like to be able to aim, Quincy, but you're right. I don't consider what PC gamers do as aiming. I consider that cheating. Being able to put the cursor right over a head, that ain't fucking skill.
I don't know.
No offense.
I
that
mean,
just ain't skill. It's
playing,
point and click.
For playing Counter-Strike as long as we have, it's still muscle memory. It's still... there's still a lot of skill to it. You salty?
I'm salty? I'm not the one who's blue screening.
We're done. We're done with that. We're
Okay, I got a few little things while you get whatever you want next up.
Okay.
So Kojima Productions has confirmed it is working on a new project and is hiring best-in-class talent for its Tokyo studio. They did not tell us anything about the game. They just let us know they're hiring the best-in-the-class talent.
I'm curious to know what Kojima's up to. I'm wondering if it's going to... I'm wondering if it's going to be anything like Delivery Boy 3000, but something tells me he's learning from his mistakes. He does listen.
So it's going to be Delivery Boy 4000.
But maybe it's going to be a lot better. I don't know.
I know that the game was pretty, and I know that the game can be difficult, but the game was delivering shit.
Yes.
And peeing grow mushrooms.
And also baby.
Which I still don't understand what the point of the baby was. And I don't really care at this point.
Okay. I was about to tell you, but yeah, no.
Okay.
But I can foresee Kojima learning from his mistakes.
He's a good writer.
He is a fantastic writer. Sure, some of his shit don't make sense. Looks over at Metal Gear Solid 5, begins to sweat.
I mean, that or Pachinko Machine, what would you prefer?
Well, the Pachinko Machine was fucking Konami.
I'm just saying, which would you prefer?
Oh.
5 or the Pachinko Machine? The fact that you have to think this long to not say...
5 is the weird one out. That's why I don't like it. That's why it's like a really tough one. But I'll say 5. I'd rather have 5.
Max says, what, no Paperboy? It may be with the way the last game went. It may just be a Paperboy clone just whipping those papers out.
And dogs chasing after you.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Goon says, Kojami. I tried combining the old company and the guy. Kojima is the idealist that needs someone normal to tone him down. It's kind of like Vince Russo in wrestling. When Vince Russo wrote for WWE,
that's right.
The stories were okay because Vince McMahon would come in and go, dude, chill. But when he was in control at WCW, we got things like, I think Finger Poke of Doom was his.
Oh, really?
I think. I could be wrong. But we got some bad shit.
Yeah.
See, okay, Goon says 5 over the heartbreaking shit that is the Pachinko Machine.
I mean, yeah, I'll take 5. 5 at least had D-Dog. I'm fucking happy. You have D-Horse and you're like, okay, cool. I had my nice little transport. I'm gonna call in D-Dog. And out from this random spot, you see a dog wagging his tail as he comes down on a parachute. Just happy as can be.
I mean, that's 10 out of 10 best game ever.
That is 10 on 10 best game ever.
I was playing The Witcher 3 again recently and realized, I never realized you can't pet the dogs and cats. And I'm like, this is the worst fucking game I've ever played. While you're pulling up the next thing, though, Devolver Digital has acquired Crow Team, the studio behind Serious Sam and the Talos Principle. If anything, this makes me excited because maybe we'll get a new Serious Sam game.
Have you played?
Not in a while, but I have played, yes.
Yeah. I enjoyed...
I always looked at Serious Sam as kind of goofy.
It takes itself that way because he goes, what do I look like? Blonde? You know, and,
Goofy Max Payne. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, because he makes jokes and hints and prods to like Duke Nukem, Quake, Doom at the time. You know, because the whole "what do I look like? Blonde" is a reference to Duke Nukem.
Guy. Oh, Duke Nukem. Sorry.
And then you have if I grab this armor, I don't think I'll live very long, but at least I'll have my my life insurance, something of that sort. Yeah. And it comes off goofy and funny.
It's also kind of Devolver's sense of humor, so I think it'll work well them owning those titles.
I think it will too. I did not like Serious Sam 3.
Well, I mean, maybe Devolver can fix that.
I mean, well, this is the issue with Serious Sam 3. It was meant to be something else before turning into Serious Sam 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's how fucked up it was.
Gotcha.
Because what they were building was like a insurgency style real tactical shooter, and then we're like, well, fuck that didn't pan out. Looks like we need to change over to Serious Sam. Well, we already have the assets for the world. This weird gray sand color. We're just going to fill it with what we have. And then it's like, it doesn't play well.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, the guns feel good, I guess, but it's too clunky. I don't even think I finished it. I went through a vast majority of it, but I never finished it.
Did you want to hit this? Or you want me to hit a few more small things?
I can hit this. Let me switch up the scenes. So
we touched on it last week.
We did touch on it last week, but now we have the actual things that you can actually go in and take a look at.
I do have to say I like the design.
Of the
That stuff at the top. And
oh yeah.
I know that you end up not being impressed by these, but
Oh yeah, the new ones. I mean, I like
to be clear
them.
for the listeners, this is the skill trees for the new skill trees coming to Borderlands 3.
Oh yes, I'm
Because
sorry.
we did not say that.
I did not say that. I keep doing that.
It's all right.
But with Mose, she gets something called Iron Cub, which her big thing is called Iron Bear. But Iron Cub, instead of you getting into it, you now cast it out.
It gets into you.
No.
She turns into a mech from the mech.
That's weird. No, thank you. But you throw out a little tiny bear that equips 2 of whatever weapons, but at a smaller damage that just is damage with you. And I'm like, that's kind of neat. None of the other skills look like they're kind of fine. Like I was reading all the skills and like none of these. I would never lean toward any of these. I would feel very uncomfortable going with a couple of them.
I feel like it's just a way to get people to replay the game again, though.
I can see that.
I do like how interactive the website is with it, though.
Oh yeah, and then if you click onto the other characters, you can see all the other skill trees. Amara's new one is Phase Flare. Flack gets his new pet, which is a little tiny ion loader. So he gets a little robot that goes along with him. Zane, I don't really care too much about, but I will take a quick peek at his. It's the Mantis Shoulder Cannon, which allows him to fire a charge of, I think, I don't know if it's going to have something that builds along with it, but even still, you have, cold shoulder, wet work, no way out. I don't know how this is going to work for him, considering if I recall correctly, Zane is better running around just shooting, and the faster you go, the more damage you do. So I don't know what kind of build I don't know what kind of builds this is going to make, but if he's already broken like Goon in chat is saying he is, this might do more than that, because
I think he's saying that because of this, he's broken.
Look at the middle skill. Zane can sprint and shoot at the same time.
I mean, isn't that what we all want to do?
Yeah. Zane could be broken as hell, considering when you're as fast as you are going, his kill skill allows you to move faster. Then he has something that just allows him just to move faster based on the accuracy of the weapon. And then on top of that, you could just keep shooting.
So is this a bad broken or is this a good broken? Because it's not a PvP game. So is this something that's going to make it better for you as a player? Make the game a little too easy, but it'll be fun to just fucking wreck some shit for a while?
I mean, it might make it easy, but then you have like the ending of
Goon says good broken.
Yeah, good broken. It is good broken. But they're probably going to balance it out a little bit more, push it around a little, do a little shove. But I am super curious to know how long it'll take him to kill the last one of the Krieg's DLC, which is just this big fuck off thing. 3-shotting Grave Warden. Fuck that. If he can do that in 3, I'm surprised. Also, hey, Cross. Like, if he can 3-shot a really difficult boss just by going, I am fast, he's Jin. He is Jin.
So, back when I played Borderlands 1, I wasn't recording games or anything. And I wish I had, because I had done every side mission beforehand. And I had fully upgraded my gun. And so when you get to the final boss and it comes out, as soon as its health bar came out, I basically had, it was like the shocker or some shit like that. It was essentially a big-ass shotgun. And I just stood there with the trigger down because I had the ability that I didn't have to pull the trigger each time. It was dead before it actually left the portal it's supposed to come out and fight you. I murdered, death killed it. So this is the guy you're saying that he basically is?
He basically is, because the faster you go, the more damage he does. And this is from League. Mayhem 11 will have no modifiers, but half the XP, loot, and cash.
You mean Mayhem 11, not Mayhem level. You said Mayhem level.
Yeah.
You said Mayhem 11.
Yeah, yeah. So with no modifiers, so they'll have the X times amount of health, X times amount of armor, etc. But half of the XP, loot, and cash? I'm curious. Oh. That's going to be weird. That's going to be really... So that's just for the masochists, then. I don't like that. Well, I like it in
Like I said, I think these new skill trees are like, go back through the game and try this out. Not
Yeah.
this isn't like, it's your first time playing. Play this.
Yeah. Oh no. No. Well, Mayhem unlocks after a very specific point in the game. But I do like that all these are interactive. You can check out the builds.
It even gives you the skill points so that you can like build them.
Oh, let's build
It's
them.
not working.
Oh, I have to equip it first. There we go. Oh, purchase.
Still not working. There we go.
I know how to do it, and then of course you have to do the 5 points in it to earn the next tier, and so on, and showcase it.
It's a really cool way for the website to work.
Yeah, they did this for Borderlands 1 and 2 actually.
Did they?
Yeah.
I've never really gone to the Borderlands websites. So.
And it over here on the left, it showcases like how things stack as far as and how your action skill would work. And I believe when you get something that works with that action skill, it showcases like the changes that it does.
Cool. And then you can really plot out your character ahead of time then.
Oh yeah, I've already got my Mose to where she is nuke heal, so all she does is throw out a nuke and heals no matter what.
Alright.
But I do enjoy that they are still working on this game. I was
Still
hoping
giving
for
us
a new,
content.
huh?
Still giving us content.
Still giving us content. I was hoping for a new character, but a new skill tree for every single one of them, I'll take. I'm not gonna be too mad at it. What just sucks is that there's gonna be a season 2, and that means we have to buy another season pass.
So do you think they're going to do Borderlands 4, or do you think it's going to be just seasons?
Right now, as of right now, I don't know.
Because if they keep doing seasons, I could see eventually a new character. But if they're going to do a 4, I don't think they'll do a new character.
Do you know who runs Gearbox?
No.
Randy fucking Pitchford. I am not a big fan of his.
Okay.
There are 2 people I don't like in the gaming industry, and it is Randy Pitchford and Todd Howard.
You refuse to give me a reason on Todd Howard, though.
Todd Howard is just the go-to guy just to say, okay, we're releasing this thing again, and not wanting to, have new information on anything. We're just going to push our games to other things and not give you any information on our new projects.
They did a hell of a panel for 76, and people just ignored it and then didn't know what the game was about and got mad.
I was okay. I was neutral to 76 at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm neutral again. Like I'm leaning toward playing it some more. It's just I haven't had the time.
Oh, that was one of the things I had to mention with 76.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We'll do it when we do the Halloween events.
Okay. I mean, we can switch right over to that.
Okay, so Halloween events. You want to talk about a few. So this one isn't part of the Halloween event, but Fallout 76 does have a bunch of Halloween gear right now you can get. And from starting 2 days ago, from the 20th till the 26th, we've got double XP and score, which will help you unlock all kinds of cosmetic goodies, atoms, more perk cards, shit like that. And the XP just helps you level up. So
Okay.
I've already bought the first Halloween pack, and it's even got an interactive Wraith Scarecrow, which is kind of fun, and a candy bowl. It's an orange bowl with candy and a green hand in it, and I can fill it up with different candy I find, like bubblegum, cotton candy bites, things like that. And people that come to my camp can grab a piece of candy out of it, and it makes like horror noises when you do it.
Aw.
Yeah. The first thing they did that was kind of like that was the punch bowl, but the problem is most people fill it with Nuka Shine, which causes you to randomly teleport to a different part of the map you've never been to.
I mean, to be fair, that would be a really great a great way to get some teleport points.
Oh yeah, it dropped me in the middle of a place that I was probably about 20 levels under where I should have been.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I got out of it, but it was pretty scary when I landed there. I was like, shit. Oh yeah, see, Max says I like the Scarecrow. He was playing with it at my camp. He's like, I kind of want one of these. It's like, oh, the pack's still in there. And then this is the one we missed last week, right?
This is one we missed last week. Overwatch had a big, huge skin overhaul. One for Sigma, as you're seeing here, is called, I believe, the Flying Dutchman. Then you got like Sadako style horror Japanese-esque theme for the Korean character.
Does she normally have those ears?
No.
Oh, okay.
One for Diva, and then you got a werewolf one for Winston.
I love that he's wearing glasses.
Well, yeah. When he ults, his glasses snap.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
You got a Tengu, one type of Tengu for Genji, and then you have another one for Hanzo. A moth-like Stitch character for Echo. A weird zombie-esque one for Sombra. A molten core styled Golem for Brigitte. And I think that's really it. I don't think there was anyone else who had anything. But I do appreciate all the hard work that Blizzard is putting up for it, as much as they've been up and down as far as our news with them lately.
Well, I've got one more Blizzard news tonight too, but we'll get into that in a second because I got one more Halloween thing.
Same.
I do like that they did update the maps with jack-lanterns and stuff like that for Overwatch, though. That's fun. What's your other one? Go ahead.
I forget what it's called.
Warzone.
Thank you.
See, you didn't have everything pulled up.
I didn't.
I told you.
I didn't.
This was weird.
This one is weird.
When you told me about this, I was like, what? So, it's Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah. And I need to find it. There it is.
So, I don't remember his name.
I want to say it's Billy.
Probably.
Let's see. Billy the Puppet from Saw.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I mean, Warzone, it looks fun. It looks fine, but
It's a battle royale.
Yeah, it's a battle royale. I can't exactly say.
The only reason I would get it would be to play with Piper, who's been on the show in the past, just because it's hard to get him to stick to one game for too long, but he likes to stick to shit like this sometimes because it's Call of Duty.
I call it doggy.
But yeah, so Warzone's giving you Billy skin and a gun and skin, and then they're also giving you Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes. And a new game mode, Zombie Royale.
This sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm so hyped. Like, I kind of want to climb into it because this is
It's a free to play.
It's a free to play.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, do I want to really dig into it again? I don't know. What I do know is that I'm glad that a lot of things are being introduced into other things. Like, a lot of collaborations are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, over in Japan, a lot of mobile games get a lot of anime, and they collaborate, and they are allowed to use those characters. I'm just glad to see it in Western culture, would you call it?
Sure. Yeah. Western culture. Yeah. That's kind of what it is.
Oh, shit. Goon's going to be getting a new PC, so we go and get it.
Okay. Is that one going to blue screen when he plays Rainbow Six?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Positive?
Yeah, if mine doesn't.
Yeah, but it's good. Okay, my other Halloween thing is Dead by Daylight. They've started their Halloween event. It fucking better not. I'm cursing it now. It'll blue screen only when he plays Rainbow Six and Rainbow Six only. So Dead by Daylight, they're doing the Eternal Blight event. And it comes with basically we got the tome, the archive tome 5, so a bunch of new challenges to do to earn a bunch of extra shit. And then they also kind of do the thing that like things like Rocket League and a few other Hearthstone and stuff like that do. I think Hearthstone does it, where you earn rewards, but if you pay, you earn just a little bit more rewards. You know, along with this, you're getting a Ghostface Scorched Ghostface set, the Legion, which is the how do you say that?
Chimeric Horde outfit, the Blight, True Blight outfit, Yui Kimura, the Miss Speedway outfit, Fing Min, the Lady Defiant outfit, and Phoenix Richter, the Grand Planner outfit.
Yeah. I do believe these are all for sale. I don't think they're free. I have Ghostface, so I might look into the Ghostface outfit. But they also recently gave us a free character, the Huntress.
Ooh.
She hums while she's walking around the map. She wears a bunny mask, and she can do the regular like attacking you, but she can throw hatchets also, which you can reload. It takes a little bit to throw them, but if you get good with it, you're hatcheting people pretty well. So like when people, it's great for when people climb through like the windows or throw down the blockade in front of you. You hatchet them rather than trying to climb over or break the barricade or whatnot or go around and whatnot. So it's a lot of fun and it's a free character.
And guess what? Another event.
Yeah, I've already achieved everything I can do in this without paying, and I played 2 days. So they did the Ghostbusters event for Rocket League, but they really locked a lot of it behind the paywall now that the games are free.
Yeah.
$10 to be able to unlock a crap ton of stuff is really cool. Stuff I want. The reality is I don't play the game enough.
That's fine and fair. I mean, once Goon gets his new PC, I think maybe we might be going back into it.
This is crossplay now, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I can technically play with you guys.
Yeah. I don't know if we. I don't know. We're at that point where it's like there's a lot to still do.
So we're being told it is
like chimera, so chimeric.
Chimeric. Okay.
Yes.
Reminder: barely speak English, and it's my first language, and I'm dyslexic as fuck. What else are we gonna go into here? I got a few little things.
Ghost Runner real quick.
Oh yeah, so I got the Ghost Runner stuff.
Ghost Runner. We talked about this way long time ago.
Not that long ago. It was an E3 thing.
It was an E3 thing. Last July.
This July.
Huh?
It was this July, wasn't it?
May. Oh yeah, May.
Yeah, it was
You're
this
right.
most recent E3.
You're right. You are correct. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, but even still, less than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it and we were kind of interested in it because it was just a tech demo and it's still in its early stages. But it
was one of those things where when I saw it at E3, I went, "But what's the game?"
Yeah, it's guy dashing around, slicing people in half. It looks fine. There wasn't really much to it then, but it's got its updates, and now when you purchase it on the PS4 or Xbox One, it rolls over to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series.
To be fair, to be clear though, it won't be until next year that you're getting the free upgrade though. They didn't say when.
Okay.
But you are going to get the free upgrade, so don't think that I'll just buy it on my 360. Oops, or not 360. My one. Sorry, I got distracted because I accidentally deleted something I didn't mean to. Don't. It's not going to be that you buy it on your buy it on your Xbox One now, and then in November when the console comes out, you have it. You won't actually get it until sometime next year.
That's fine. I mean, it still exists, and it's a lot of gameplay elements that you're used to seeing, just with a little bit more, like being able to wall run, wall jump, slow down time, getting close with dashes. You know, it's stuff that we've seen before, but not at this level. I mean,
don't really like the camera angle, honestly.
Well,
I know it's first person, but I feel like it's a little too close, if that makes sense.
I still think Shadow Warrior did it right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I like that so many companies are being stand up and being like, look, you can buy our game now, and we'll hook you up when you get the new console. We're not going to ask you to buy our game twice.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
Support.
So, I got 2 things left. What do you got left? Okay, so what do you want? You want to do yours, or you want me to finish up mine?
Let's do mine real quick.
Okay.
So
thank you, IGN, for making this easily accessible.
Yes,
for us. I did see these on Twitter though.
Yeah, I did as well. I just wanted to see if it would have it linked, and it did. Hot diggity dang!
I like Tom Holland and all, but
I don't think he's a Nathan Drake.
Yeah, we got our first set photo of Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. I do have to say, at least they didn't put like 6 foot, heels on his shoes to make him look tall.
Yeah,
they just accepted him. There's also another photo that they posted of him and
sorry, everybody.
Him and Nolan North talking, and they said old Drake meets old Nathan meets young Nathan, and I was like, don't you dare call him old.
How old is Nolan?
I think he's just a little. He's in like his 40s, isn't he? I'm gonna go 40s. Yeah, 49.
Wow.
Oh, he'll be 50 on Halloween.
Oh, happy birthday!
Interesting. Happy birthday, Nolan North.
Great voice actor.
Yeah,
he's
everybody.
He is a lot of everybody's. Like, I can name 6 games off the top of my head that he's in. Like, how many actors can you say you could just be like, I know 6 movies that he's in immediately. Like a few, right?
A few, yeah.
But he's one of the very few voice actors that I could do. Him and oh god.
Obviously, not just him.
Troy Baker.
There you go.
I had the first name, and
I would have actually been happy with him playing live action Nathan, but
yeah, make him a little more rugged.
But the one I always wanted was Nathan Fillion, who even did a short on YouTube where he played him.
To those who do not know,
anyone that doesn't know Nathan Fillion needs to get away from me right now.
Yeah. But he would make a good Nathan Drake.
Yeah, he would make a great Nathan Drake. In fact, there's the image of him as Nathan Drake.
Oh.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the short, on that's a deep fake, but
it's fine.
anyone that hasn't seen the short of him playing Nathan, where he did like a full live action Nathan, on YouTube, go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Will you see this movie?
I mean, if I want to see a movie, I'll play Uncharted 5.
4.
Whatever. Thieves' End.
We're being yelled at in the chat, and I'm wondering why.
The best PC in the world can't fix my shitternet.
Oh, Matt Mercer. You're being yelled at for forgetting Matt Mercer.
Now, see, that's the thing, though. I only know 3 things Matt's in.
Okay. I'm going to move on to my news story while you're breaking. This one is one that I know that Liquid is at least going to want to tune in for. Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC plans. They will feature new locations in the Wrath of the Druids, the Siege of Paris, and the Legend of Beowulf.
Okay.
I think the Beowulf one is going to be kind of cool. I'm wondering if you're actually going to fight Beowulf, since they already did mystical shit with Odyssey.
Yeah, why not?
Although, to be fair, fighting Beowulf wasn't really much. But yeah, so we're going to get full-on new locations. It's not going to be just added storylines to existing locations, which is kind of nice. The Paris thing will also be interesting to see what Paris looks like in this timeline. Legitimate timeline, because it's historical type shit. So, and my last one. Blizzard revealed that they are ending the for purchase section of commanders and for like things like commanders and war chests in StarCraft 2. The team will continue to support the game for its esports scene, though. Their actual quote says, "We're going to continue supporting StarCraft 2 in the same manner as we have with our previous long-standing games, such as Broad War, focusing primarily on what our core and competitive communities care about most." Then they say, what this means is that we're not going to be producing additional for purchase content, such as the commanders and war chests. But we will continue to doing season roles and necessary balance fixes moving forward.
Okay.
I've never played StarCraft, so...
Never ever?
Never ever.
Oh.
So I don't know how this affects anyone. I mean, I know about StarCraft. I've just never played it.
I like StarCraft.
Okay, so Liquid is actually rejecting the Beowulf thing because he's Mr. Norse. He's saying Beowulf is meh. That's Anglo-Saxon lore, so hopefully they interpret it well. To be fair, Beowulf's also just a fucking story that's been adapted in like 16 different fucking directions. So
I mean, Alice in Wonderland started off in Britain, and we bastardized it.
And there's that too.
So,
I don't have a coffee pun for tonight. I was too jonesed up on that. No, we just had a busy day.
We had a very busy day, busy week.
So,
you must instruct additional pylons.
Yeah, it's a winning card, and cards against humanity each time. StarCraft's actually really big in esport in a few countries, but South Korea really loves it.
Oh yeah,
it's huge over there. You watch it on cable.
Well, we even have a few teams that work out really hard.
Yeah, but it's not on cable here.
I mean, ESPN has a channel dedicated to esports now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on there. I mean, we got Overwatch plays, we got Counter-Strike plays. I mean, it's only a matter of time.
But they've been doing it for a long time. Like, this isn't a recent thing.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And StarCraft is huge, but I hope this doesn't piss any of the esports people off. I don't see it doing so.
No, if it's just for the sake of keeping them alive, as far as that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're like, sure, we're not going to be doing our random stuff, but we're going to be working on, our esports scene. We're going to make sure that they're happy because they're one of the ones who are keeping us alive. They have theaters that they sell out so that way they can play their live. There's no problem. I see no problem with this.
So from my understanding, the other thing Blizzard's doing is they're talking about doing some reworks on actual WoW itself for newcomers to the game. They want leveling to be
they did simplify leveling, and so, I am not happy with that.
You're not?
No.
Why?
I mean,
I don't play WoW, so it doesn't matter to me.
The 112 hours I spent working on my shaman is going to get subjugated by the 32 and some change hours that someone else is going to be working on. Because they want to make leveling more streamlined and more easier to adapt. And travel time to be much more minuscule.
You sound like a new light versus old light person.
Like, it's just so... It kind of makes me feel like I should have joined the game now. To where I can say I can reach that level.
That's the concept. The concept is get people to join, get people to come back that haven't, and so on.
I guess.
So Blizzard's done some good, and Blizzard's done some bad. What's your overall opinion after them of them after today?
I don't like them.
No, still don't like them.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like they're not trying to apologize for their past regressions.
You're never getting an apology for that. You're still talking about the guy that won and did
that and the bullshit that they pulled with WoW back in Pandora, back when they were like, hey, it's going to be delayed a little bit, but those who pre-ordered it, sorry, you're not getting your pre-order bonus. It was just like, okay.
Well, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah. There was a few other small things. I want Blizzard just to acknowledge their mistakes and to just come out and say, yeah, we fucked up. If they can do that, it'll show a little bit more humanity toward them, but Blizzard as a company doesn't excite me. Like, they also had all those allegations of sexual misconduct.
I mean, almost every game company had those too.
Yeah, yes and no. I want to say Blizzard, or not Blizzard, Bethesda didn't really have...
I don't think Bethesda did, no.
No, they've been pretty translucent with their
Although they are being sued.
Oh, for what?
There was a game that, I don't remember the name of it, it was supposed to come out, and then the company launched the game and then promptly went out of business the next day. And that same day, they were bought by Bethesda, who killed the game and wouldn't give the coding over to another company that had been working with that original company. And that original company is saying it's all to save Elder Scrolls and is now suing them for like $100 million to make up the money that they lost out on by not being able to do their game.
So, something that they didn't know about they're getting sued for? Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
They'll still exist in the end. The thing that sucks is suing Bethesda now means Microsoft has to pay for it, even though it wasn't them that did it. It's kind of like when DC finally had to own up and give Siegel and Schuster their money for Superman and give them their medical aid because they were both freaking dying because DC fucked the guys that created Superman over big time. Well, by the time it all happened, Neil Adams helps these guys out and gets them seen, gets them heard, gets things taken care of, and gets them what they're deserved. It's because it was no longer DC. It was actually Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers had bought DC and went, shit, that's fucked up that happened to you guys. Yeah, we'll help you out. Now it's going to be the same thing here, where it's like, if this lawsuit goes through, it's going to be Microsoft going, we're not the ones that crapped the bed, but we bought the company that did.
Yeah.
So,
fuck it. Might as well clean it up then. Okay, I just hope that everyone, stops being shits.
Yeah.
And owns up to their mistakes. And
we just hear Telltale in the background.
Well, they just got picked up too, didn't they?
No, not that I know of. They came back. I know that.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like someone's footing their bill. I just want to know who, why, and how, because
I say just sell all the fucking content to the games and let people, like, DC should just take over, give Montreal the Batman games and let them make it in the Telltale format. We've already moved the Walking Dead games over to Kirkman's company. So, I don't know. But that's it for tonight. That's all we got.
That's all we have.
We're going to watch some horror movies.
Yeah, go watch some horror movies. Be sure to support us on Geek Grind and Humble Bundle. Bye.
Wait, I'm going to become Geek Grind for a second. There we go.
Yeah, he's Geek Grind for a second.
All right. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, both our personal Twitters. And you can always email us, but make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy. Take your shot.
Take your shot.
There we go.
Take your shot.
Bye, guys.
Oh, actually, real quick, just a little tidbit. One in the near future, I want you to try that 6-shot espresso from Dutch Brothers.
Yeah, we'll do that eventually.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.